Why is it that we are all so stressed out about the cost of living, but also we all have 70-inch TVs and iPhones and drones and Xboxes and books and board games, all the things that we want? Are we financially irresponsible? No, there's something that's going on that I just put together last night. I don't really know what to do with this information, but it seems important, so I'm going to share it with you. My father-in-law was telling me in the 70s they bought their house for $40,000. So I started doing some math. Average cost of a TV in the 70s is $500. That gets you a 21-inch TV. Yippee. Average down payment for a house, $5,320. Do some quick math, a little over 10. 11 TVs buys you a down payment for a house. If you can't afford to live somewhere in the 70s and you buy a TV, you're being fiscally irresponsible because that's 10% of a down payment. Average cost of a TV today, 55-inch 4K TV is $500. It hasn't changed. Average down payment for a house, $102,600. Do some quick math. Hope we get this right. A little over 205, 206. 206 TVs is a down payment for a house. That's 10% versus 0.5%. This is why older generations look at the things that we buy and they say we're being fiscally irresponsible because they're operating from a worldview that they developed when they were coming up. This is why you get old financial advisors like Dave Ramsey that's like, don't buy the cup of coffee when the world has objectively changed and it doesn't fucking matter anymore, Dave. As the price of necessities goes up, the demand doesn't really change that much because we need those things. So as they have raised the prices for houses and food and healthcare, we have continued to pay those higher prices, and those have gone up faster than our wages, which we've talked about. But that means that we have a smaller pool of disposable income. So now companies that are producing things that we don't need, like TVs or furniture or books or even art or coffee, are having to find ways to drive their prices down, which means driving their costs down. And this is called commodification. How do we pump out as much as we can for as cheap as possible? This is why things feel shitty, while we also have a ton of things. This is why everyone buys their art from Target and TJ Maxx, and it just feels like there's no soul in it. This is why you can spend $1,000 on a dishwasher, and 2 years later, the racks are rusted and falling apart, which I wouldn't know anything about. LG. And I'm going to steal a term from another creator because I don't remember who said it, but it's bubblegum dystopia. And they're talking about a type of movie where people live in the future, but there's squalor, and there's food scarcity and economic uncertainty, but also they have holograms and sex robots and all of the media that you can consume to distract you from the world. And I told you I don't know what to do with this information. I just figured it out on my own. But it really feels like that's the direction that we're going in, I don't know,